The year is 1945. Spring has come to northern Italy, but it brings no renewal. Only the stench of defeat and the sound of an empire collapsing over the glassy waters of Lake Como. The Alps stand like silent witnesses to history's reckoning. Here, the man who once dreamed of resurrecting Rome's glory, Benito Mussolini, is running for his life. In the next 72 hours, Il Duce will transform from emperor to fugitive, from ruler to hunted man. This is the story of his final stand, a desperate odyssey through betrayal, gunfire, and fate. The plan? Escape to Switzerland. The reality? Chaos. Mussolini's convoy snakes through the Lombard countryside, a desperate caravan of ministers, soldiers, and sycophants still pretending the war isn't lost. At Como, he rants about betrayal, pacing under flickering lights. "I will not beg," he insists, though everyone can see the fear in his eyes. Rumors swirl of German surrender, Allied troops closing in, and partisans tightening the noose. By midnight, even his inner circle begins to splinter. For the first time in 23 years, Mussolini realizes there's no one left to obey his orders. Dawn, April 27th. The convoy rolls into Dongo, a sleepy lakeside village. Waiting for them, young partisans of the 52nd Garibaldi Brigade, armed with little more than courage and a few submachine guns. Their leader, Urbano Pedro Lazzaro, barely in his 20s, steps forward. "Papers, please." One by one, the fascists are searched, until a blanket in the back of a truck stirs. Beneath it, a bald man wearing a Luftwaffe helmet a size too large for his head. Pedro's comrade pulls the cover aside. "Cavaliere Benito Mussolini?" Mussolini rises slowly. "I am not resisting," he mutters. The dictator who once commanded millions now surrenders with a whisper. The night before the end, April 27th, 1945. The prisoners are held in a small farmhouse near Mezzegra. Mussolini refuses food. Suspecting poisoned Cloretta, ever faithful, brushes his hair and prepares a blanket for the night. Outside, partisan radios broadcast his capture. "Mussolini," declares one announcer, "yellow with fear, will face the people's justice." Inside, he murmurs, "I will not run away." But even he knows there's nowhere left to run. April 28th, 1945. At dawn, orders arrive. Colonel Valerio, a partisan commander, is sent to settle the matter. Just after 4 p.m., Mussolini and Cloretta are driven to Villa Belmonte. The air is heavy with fog and finality. Some say Valerio read a sentence. Others, that he didn't speak at all. Mussolini straightens his coat, faces the wall. "Aim at my heart," he says, or perhaps only thinks it. The gunfire breaks the silence. Il Duce collapses. Cloretta, crying out, throws her arms around him. The bullets cut her down too. The lovers die together in a ditch beside a garden wall. Piazzale Loreto, April 29th, 1945. A truck carries their bodies back to Milan. The same square where fascists once displayed murdered partisans as a warning. Now the tables turn. Mussolini, Cloretta, and their inner circle are dumped in the street. A crowd gathers, mothers, widows, workers. They spit, curse, kick, and shoot. One woman fires 5 rounds into his corpse. "One for each son you killed," she screams. Finally, the bodies are hung upside down from a gas station beam, a grotesque mirror of the violence he unleashed on Italy. For many, it is not revenge, but release. Mussolini's dream of empire ended not in marble halls or military glory, but in a muddy courtyard beneath the boots of the people he once ruled. The self-proclaimed savior of Italy died as its cautionary tale. His final 72 hours were not a last stand. They were an unraveling. As dawn rose over Lake Como, fascism fell and the long night of tyranny finally ended.